Hi, everybody. Good morning and happy
Good
Sunday.
morning.
Yay. Yay. It's so good to see you all here today. Oh, and Joan's with us. Hi, Joan. It's
Hey,
great seeing
Joan.
you again. Yay. I'm Marsha and Kiba and G. Covington, AD,
Yep.
Kathy
Hey,
N. I see. Hi, Jenny, Marlene, Craig, and Christy. Excellent. Thanks, everybody. Deb H., how are you, dear? Always great to see everybody. Happy Sunday. Can you believe that by the end of this week, half the month of July will be over?
it's going way too fast. Way too
I don't get
fast.
it. When we were kids, remember those summer days? They lasted for weeks, just one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but at least
Uh-huh.
it's been a good summer.
It has.
We're not very summer around here, but
No. Yeah.
yeah,
But we finally got some sunshine out here in Washington, and we're loving it. This is what we
yeah.
live for here in Washington.
hmm
That's great. So, welcome, Terri. I'm so pleased to have you. For those of you who aren't aware, you all know Terri, I'm sure, from my mediums, and she has her own channel, Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. She's really opened up quite a bit, and more so all the time. Jean is doing I think it's a MeWe, isn't it? One of those MeWe
Well,
body
hers is
mind,
a wellness fair. It says
a
a
wellness
wellness
fair.
fair.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Dana. Yeah, she's doing a wellness fair in the Washington metro area, which is not Washington out here, but Washington, D.C. And so she could not be with us today, but she'll be back again next week. And I was
hmm
just telling Terri of something that happened just before I came on, and I got to show it to you all because it's really fun. All right. It's going to be a little hard to see this because it's very small. All right, let me put it up here. It's very small and it's a feather. It's a feather, believe it or not. Look at how tiny it is. It's probably about the size of my fingernail, my baby fingernail. It's not very big. So it's obviously from maybe a robin or sparrow. I don't know. So my husband was out cleaning something out on the deck this morning just before the show started. And he comes in, he's got this little between his heart and his throat chakra. So it's around the thymus area, and the thymus area chakra as well. There it is laying there right on his chest. So I
Wow.
told Terri about it. It's amazing. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
they say that angels are the ones that drop the feathers, or angels are around you if you find feathers. So I thought it was a pretty awesome hello there. How are you today?
Mhm. Yeah. I
uh,
I think there's something spiritual going on with him. Some
I
spiritual
think so.
growth coming his way.
Coming his way. Yep. He's got
Yep.
the hands. He's got the healing hands. He's got the therapeutic touch. And actually, he was listening to a show I was doing. Maybe it was last Saturday night with Lady Saul, and he was over there telling me. He was sitting on the bed and he was telling me what he thought. So he's got it. He just tends to push it back a little bit.
hmm
Oh, you did too, Jan's Free. Well, I'm glad. And Jan's Free has some help now with her mom. I'm so happy for
Oh,
her.
good.
Yes, she's been being the solitary caregiver for her mother, and she needed a break. And you're out
Yeah.
with your dog, having a walk. That's fabulous. Yes. And hi, Jill. Welcome to you too. Thank you. My hair is a little blue. I said to her, cut it short because I like this is the way I always used to wear it. And I said, throw in some blue. Throw in some blue. Well, I didn't expect it to be this blue, so it will fade. But anyway,
Well, it looks cute, Allie. I like
it's
it.
different. It's different. Well, I was on with Nancy Jean yesterday, and hers is purple. And so I said, we just need a few more colors of the chakras and we'll be all set.
Yeah. There you go. That's perfect.
Right? So later on today at 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern, I'll be on the Crone Zone with Priscilla and Heather. I'm so excited. And she has some colored hair too. I think we'll
hmm
have a lot of fun there. And what are you doing? What's coming up for you?
I have a very tiny hiatus coming up because this coming week I'm going to have the surgical implant done in my mouth. I mean, I still won't have pretty teeth yet, but
Right.
so I probably will have to take a break for a week. So I don't really have anything planned
Anything right
except,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
except for, the next Thursday after that with you and
Uh-huh. Yep.
Mark and Thayer and anyone else who's going to join.
Who's there? Yeah. Maybe Joan.
And
Yep.
Jean and Terry Lee and I have already pre-planned our next few shows. So
Oh,
we'll be
excellent.
on the 22nd and then August 8th, I think.
Oh, that's awesome. The three of you together, quite a powerhouse. It's really nice.
Oh yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
yeah. We read on Friday and we hadn't read together in a long time and it was so amazing. The power dynamic or the not power, gift dynamic or whatever
Yeah.
was
Yeah. You were
amazing.
bouncing off each other. Yeah. The
Hmm.
psychic bounce. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear it. And I want to send out lots of love and healing for your teeth because
Thank
that's a
you.
hard place, that can give you headaches and things. So we'll send you
Yeah.
lots of love and
Yeah.
healing for that procedure.
Thank you. And
And yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, all right, we already got a couple questions up here today, so we'll go ahead and jump right in. Kiba wants to have a Holy Spirit card, so I'm going to pull a card from the Angel deck. I don't know what you might want to bring in if you do whatever you feel that you are called to do.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to do a healing angel deck, but I think
Okay.
I'm also going to ask for a Holy Spirit card in not an actual card. So I'm going to pull
Okay.
a card and then I'm
In your
gonna
mind's eye.
listen to
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
see what they
Uh-huh.
say.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Let's get a message.
Ooh. All right, Kiba. So what I have for you is passion. Woo! That's a beautiful card. That's from the
Oh,
Archangels. And it's the Archangel Haniel who is saying to you to trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and in your career. So there you go.
whoa. That
Yeah,
is amazing.
I
I got
know.
I got
Ooh,
divine intervention.
neat.
Says you may feel frustrated because something stalls or is coming to a standstill. Progress seems painfully slow. Yet this is a blessing. It is divine intervention at work. When the timing is in perfect harmony, all will come to fruition.
Wow, that's
Wow.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay, let me see what I can get on this.
Okay.
Well, so I am getting a message from the Holy Spirit. And of
Okay.
course, it's talking about love, how much love is surrounding you, how much love you have from the other side. But they're showing me something else. They're showing me almost like a fairy.
Mm.
The fairy has long, dark colored wings, very stylish. And I keep hearing grace, grace, that you are graceful in their eyes. You have natural grace.
Wow.
Um, and I'm feeling like that the grace is in every sense of the word, not just that you're graceful, but that you have grace and protection working in your life right now, that they are giving that to you. So oh, they also, they would like you to meditate using the word grace. So
Mm.
basically, imagine yourself in a certain place that you love, and to start just saying the word grace slowly and they will, as you empty your mind for just a minute, then they're going to take you off on a journey like they do me. So don't
Wow.
don't worry about the I got to empty my mind. You just got to empty it for a little bit, and then
For
they
sure.
come
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
I think we get so stressed out because we really, really want to meditate and we really want to open up to let things
Hmm.
come in. And we try too hard
Right.
and then it
They,
doesn't come.
right. They just want you to be quiet for a moment, and they'll take it
Yeah,
from there.
absolutely.
Um,
Awesome. Well, thank you. We appreciate you, Kiba, always. Thank you
mm,
for your question, dear. We really appreciate it. All right. So we've got Kathy N, and thank you for the donation, Kathy N. I see you're changing jobs. You're worried not going to do well. Are
okay.
you going to be okay? All right. I think we all have that bit of worry, Kathy, when we start something new. Ooh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what I got, Kathy. I got here that you may be working with some people that were in a past life relationship with you, whether that be in a job situation or in a personal situation, and they may have been a person of counsel or therapy. And so what they're doing is they are also counseling and on telling you not to self-sabotage yourself. And that when that came up, I felt that was really an important message. In other words, leave yourself open to something new. Leave yourself open to um, taking time to integrate yourself. And if something seems overwhelming on the first or the first week, the first 2 weeks, relax and realize that it's all a learning curve. It's all a
Mhm.
learning curve, and you're going to be fine. You've got wings on your side. You're going to fly, and this job will eventually be a gift to you. I think that you're going to learn a lot from it. I think it's going to be but it might not look like that from the beginning. But you've got to change your mind about what it is what your expectations are.
I absolutely 100% agree with that. I
Okay.
see, especially the gift part. I immediately saw that this job, well, at first it may not seem like a gift, they'll take time to get used to it. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to learn some really deep things in this job. And I have a feeling that the learning is both spiritual and physical. And I just see you surrounded in gold. And it just feels like this is part of your journey, that you're building these skills. And of course, there's going to be times that you fall down, that you don't do as well as you think, but just always look for the learning. What am I supposed to learn here? What am I supposed to learn? But I know that this is a key job for you, that it's a key pathway to greater success, greater learning.
And
So
look,
I'm,
yeah.
yeah.
And she already has a gift because she's a nurse. And so
Oh,
and you know what? I understand about the learning curve. Every time I'm a professor and every time I start a new class at a new school with a new program, I go, oh my God, I'm too old for this. But I do fine. It just takes me
mhm,
time. But if you're being called to do this, I think that's part
mhm.
of your gift that you're being given. Don't you, Terry? I
Oh,
think
yes,
so. Yeah.
yes. This is all part of a gift, and this is why for some reason I'm seeing your spirit just encased in gold. Um,
Wow.
so
Wow.
you're oh, I just realized the last time I saw gold like that was about a healing that an angel was doing for somebody. So
Oh,
you
okay. Yeah.
embrace this job because it's going to increase your ability to heal people in lots of modalities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You're expanding your repertoire.
Hmm. Yeah.
Good luck to you, Kathy. Really. And let it ride off your shoulders or ride up like, slide
Right.
off like rain. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, it will be okay. Yeah. Good
Hmm.
luck.
Yeah.
Dana, I have a question from Dana, and I'm going to go. She says Biden's coming to Israel on Wednesday. I had no idea. But
Wow.
I had heard that because they were saying that there wasn't going to be anybody after that government stepped down. Remember, so that should be
Oh,
very, very interesting. Wow,
yeah.
it all goes well. Um, you know, I heard something, and I don't want to turn too political here, but I heard something the other day that really made sense to me. And it was the ones that are complaining about Biden are the Democrats, and the Democrats to their own person because they're not happy with some of the things that he hasn't done yet. And
Hmm.
they need to really just turn away from that kind of criticism. And we really all need to support each other. Women support women, and all of us support each other instead of talking about somebody and what they haven't done. So
Well, if you
it's
don't mind, I want to mention something.
okay.
Valerie B did my
Uh-huh.
um, astrology chart.
Okay.
While she considers herself a newbie, a real newbie, I notice as she reads, she reads psychically too. She's really connected, and she told
Mm-hmm.
me something that gives me great hope. It's like it's just sitting in my chest,
Uh-huh.
pulsating hope, and it's. But she said that in all of our charts, because I don't remember which planet it was, that it comes around so rarely, you know,
Uh-huh.
that
Uh-huh.
he said in 2025, this planet will come through and we will be freed. In other words, all those things that are holding us back will be let go of. So in other
Wow.
words, think of it like this, that right now, this assault on our rights, assault,
Mm-hmm.
like especially on women's rights and stuff like that,
Yeah.
is the last hurrah of the last age. Now Aquarius is coming in, and she says by 2025, we're going to see a big change in freedom and rights. And
Wow.
that feels so good in my chest. I just
It
keep thinking
does.
of
It
it.
does. And it's the young people that are going to be bringing that they're not going to stand for any of this. And
Mm-hmm,
I remember when I was younger, we didn't stand for things we didn't care for either. And it's
mm-hmm.
coming around. Oh, that's so good to hear. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome. Good. All right. So Dana wants a message. Let's see what we
Okay.
can find out for you, Dana. Hmm. Dana, I got the camera came up first, and it says here that you are feeling nostalgic, perhaps, thinking
Hmm.
of a lot of things that have happened in the past. Not sure if that resonates. But you must be careful of negative people and environment because they'll suck you dry. So be really careful who you surround yourself with. You don't want people to emotionally drain you. And there are people that you can be around that you're exhausted when you're finished with them because they're almost like emotional vampires. Just be careful. Um, but your heart is calling you. Your heart and your emotions are calling to you. You certainly have that beautiful essence all around you at all times. And your heart's calling and calling to you.
Mhm.
I pulled a couple from the character deck, and I thought that was because I just wanted a little bit of difference. And I get here punch. Now, it could be that you don't certainly have to get in a fight with anybody, but it could be that something's going to happen. And of course, this is what we use for our rights as well. We put our fist up for our rights. It looks like you're going to be bringing in some things to yourself, but be careful because the last card I got is really weird, but it's vomit. But I got circus at the end. So it could be that you're sick of the circus that's happening around you or in the world, and you need to release that. And that's why sick and release is here. When you see this word, I think it more means releasing something that you don't want. It's not good for you. So I don't know if that helps.
They're showing me a very interesting scene, and I have to say I don't completely understand it, but I'm going to work hard at this. I'm seeing a summer scene, and I'm seeing, it feels like that this scene is by the water. It's like on a boardwalk. The people are wearing like blue and white striped shirts, the parents, and I think I'm seeing you as a child. And it's a very idyllic scene, lots of nice sunshine, walking down the boardwalk. And tell me more about this scene. Why am I seeing this scene? It was a time that you felt whole, complete, loved. It was I feel like I'm seeing a vacation you may have had with your parents when you were younger, and they're saying, try to recall these properties, the love, the safety, the beautiful summertime, not too hot, not too cold. They're saying, try to recall and bring these properties back to you. In fact, you may want to do some meditation and some prayers to recall parts of you. I believe as a child, you lost some touch with some of the magic of childhood, and recall it. And I'm also feeling like if you get a chance to go to the seashore or water at all this year, you should do it. You should take it. There's something magical there for you.
Her son's getting married by the riverside this week.
Well, there you go. There's that kind of says the whole thing there.
Oh my goodness!
Happening. That.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what my message was, but I think my message was that, you're looking on it, that there are people around that can suck you dry. And I'm not saying that at the wedding, but if you're by the riverside, be careful. Yeah.
Wouldn't you think there are those people that complain at weddings that could suck you dry?
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
Just revel in the magic of your son getting married.
Yes,
it
absolutely.
is magical.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful. Yes, enjoy it, Dana. Thanks for sharing that with us. I hope that many blessings to your son and his bride, and of course, all the family and friends that will be there with you. That's awesome. All right. We got Marlene here, wondering what we might see for her in the near future. Let's see what I got for you, Marlene.
So, I have noticed recently through various things that when my journey goes to the left, I'm going back in past lives. And if I look to the right, which until a few weeks ago, I've never looked to the right before. Turns out the future's on the right. So I'm looking towards the right. And I see a sticking point for you midway through November and December. I feel like there is a sticky point for you where that you are going to be learning a spiritual lesson. It's going to be hard at first because you don't identify it as a spiritual lesson. And then you start to realize it and then start to go through the process and you just zip forward in the next year. The growth like January on is just amazing and fast. So, yeah, I don't see much more between then and that. I just see that there's a sticky point where you get a little bit frozen in November and that you have a little bit of a hard time moving on. And then when you finally realize, oh, this is a spiritual lesson, not a physical lesson to fight, then you start making progress. So
Fabulous. All right. Well, you are surrounded by Archangel Ragul, and he is the justice, harmony, and solutions angel. Look at him. He almost looks like Jesus in a way, or the what do I want to call it? The Anglo Jesus, because Jesus is actually Middle Eastern. Anyway, I like that because balance is always necessary. So you can see he's carrying the justice of the scales of justice, and he's reminding you of that. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to resonate, but this is all for you. And some of the things Terri said are in it. I got the poet card. So maybe you don't consider yourself a poet, or maybe you do. And if you do, then that would resonate that way. The other thing is it could be writing. It could be that it's admonishing you to write, perhaps your own shorter versions of things. But I also got the word in my mind, Rumi, who is a poet and fabulous poet. He was Middle Eastern and Persian, and he was a whirling dervish. I don't know if you know what that is, but when those guys spin around, he was Sufi. That. Yeah, he was a Sufi. Thank you. I couldn't. Sufi. But this word, look at this. You're going to sprout just exactly what Terri said. Just exactly. Yep. Yep. And when you will be able to master whatever it is you're doing. So, so this, like Terri said, may take a little time, but it's coming. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Well, that kind of, that made sense to me when we were talking about Rumi, the Sufi, because they're spinning in one spot, kind of.
Absolutely.
Like the stuckness that I saw.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's wasted. It's not a wasted time at all. It's
that's when he wrote his poetry, actually. Yeah. Yeah. He did. He would write it as he was spinning. I don't know how he did it, but anyway, he's it's Rumi, if you're interested in looking it up, anybody. But because I'm an English major, people here that so yeah. So good luck, Marlene. I think it sounds exciting. Yeah. Now, if you spin though, don't fall down. Just find a soft spot. You're welcome, Marlene. Is that your puppy dog?
Yes.
No, it's okay.
He's going to sit right out there, just right outside the door.
Of course, and look at you. Oh, you must be in one of your little places, huh? Okay. All right. That's cool. Is that the one that's a corgi? That's part corgi?
Yeah, the corgi.
Yeah. Yeah.
The corgi is sitting out trying to call a friend.
Of course. Yes. Without a phone. All right. So your boss has hired a new CFO. No one's impressed with him. Ooh. Boy. There's always that period of time when people are so resistant to somebody new, because when somebody new comes in, boy, do they want to change things up. And every single stinking time. And it's like, why can't they just come in and go with the way things are for a while until we get used to them? That's my first impression. So let's see what the cards say. Let's see. Is he going to leave? Oh. This says he's going to leave.
Wow. I'm going to go to the pendulum,
Yep.
actually.
Do it. Let's see. Oh, wow. Woo-wee. Is it just sitting there?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I asked the pendulum, is the CFO going to leave? And it said yes. But then I asked, is the CFO going to leave within 2022? And it didn't reply at all.
Okay.
And so I said, is the CFO going to leave in 2023? It again would not reply
Wouldn't
at
tell
all.
you. Yeah.
And
right now it's in flux then, it seems.
yeah, I have a feeling it's just flux. I don't think I can give you a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
What might be a really good rule of thumb to do is to send him some good vibes, send some love his way or her way. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
because you never know. Maybe they're starting out badly, but they might actually
Might
get
turn
better.
around.
So,
Yeah.
and if you send support towards them, the thing is if they are meant to leave, it'll kind of help them on their way a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
But also they're reminding me right now, always remember that, especially when you're in a work situation and that you have somebody really annoying you, like let's say
Mm-hmm.
you and the CFO get into it a bit, um, look for the lesson. It means
Yeah.
you have a spiritual contract with them, and they're performing their part of the spiritual contract so you can learn something. So
Sure.
if you want to cut it short, if you want to do it faster, look for what you're supposed to learn.
Okay. And yes, he has too much ego and not a plan. That's what I'm seeing here. He was brought in to be the Grim Reaper. He
Oh,
was he was brought in to axe a bunch of people or to change things up. And he is a magnet for that. That's what I'm getting.
oh,
Um, and he was also brought in to wash away. Sometimes the ocean can be very calming, sometimes it's not, it's tempestuous, so it could be that. And he was also brought in to be a repairman.
wow.
Apparently there might be things you don't know, I don't know,
Mhm.
but look at, he's really whipped up a cauldron. Everything is just completely boiling over. So they're feeling the resistance from the group of you that don't feel comfortable with him. He's not necessarily a mesh, but as Terri said, send him so much love and light, and because
Yeah,
he's been brought in to clean things up.
right.
And you know when they first come in, they come in like gangbusters, and they're
Mhm.
they think I nailed it. Okay.
Yeah, I think you nailed it, Allie, and I don't know why the pendulum doesn't want to reply. I mean, it did say
Yeah,
yes, it's gonna
might not
go. It
know
just
when. Might not know
yeah,
when. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
It
Yep.
may be still in flux, that this
Yep.
cleaning process has to happen a little longer.
A little more. Yeah. But you know what, G. Covington, keep your eye out. Keep your own eye out. I always had done that. I'm not anymore because I'm almost 67. I got 4 jobs right now. I'm not keeping my eye. But when I was younger, I would continuously my resume, even if I had a really good job sometimes, just because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
The axe can
Yeah.
fall. Yeah.
But
So
I also get a strong feeling that she shouldn't let this guy push her out either.
true. True. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Anybody else that doesn't want to go. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
do like the idea of sending love and light to him. They get very
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable if they don't want it. But
Right.
they'll feel it. They'll feel it as like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Better he feel uncomfortable than her.
Then you. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So this is our friend Melinda's sister, Michelle. Isn't she great?
Oh,
Yes. And she'd like a message from her spirit guides. Kelly, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Oh, Jill, I understand. Yep. It is hard to be a CEO. I wouldn't want to be one either.
mm-hmm.
Message from your guides. Okay.
Well, this is very interesting. They're showing me you on my stage in front of a podium. Like you're
Ooh.
the speaker, you're the person presenting. And they're saying that in your new business, Michelle Shining Light Tarot, you are the speaker, but I'm getting the distinct impression that you are going to have an opportunity coming your way to actually do public speaking or a presentation on this. Maybe it's on Zoom. I don't know if it's in person or on Zoom. I mean, I can't quite tell that. It feels very in person. And they are encouraging you to take that, to go ahead, because it's going to expand you in ways you never thought.
Yeah.
Um, and if you're afraid of speaking in public, they're reminding me of a trick that I use. I actually love speaking in public because I imagine that everybody in the audience is my friend. They're all friends of mine.
Uh-huh.
They like me. They want me to make a good presentation.
Yep.
So I feel like I
They want
got,
the best for you. Yep. They
yeah,
want everything to be the best.
yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Wow. I kind of got that myself here in some ways. I got that you're going through a beautiful uncaging, and
Wow.
your heart is opening up, and and look at that. There's a keyhole there, and in
Mm-hmm.
this one you get the key. Look,
Oh
you got
my
the key to
goodness.
yeah. This one's sacred reverence. This other one, I'm sorry, and it's saying just remember that you're working from your heart. But there's the key to your heart, and you got this one first, which was the heart. So look at that.
Oh
That's
my
absolutely
goodness.
fabulous. Yes. And things are going to change. You will go beyond the ordinary. You're going to grow, and look at this. You're going to
Oh
be
yeah.
learning all kinds of things, all kinds of growth for you. And in the middle, all the little stars. Yeah. I've
She's
never
she's
had
very
this
magical.
come up with this ever before
Wow.
with the key to your heart. Yeah. I know.
Wow. That's amazing.
It was. I think your spirit guides are right there willing to give you everything and anything that you ask them for, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go the course, girl. Maybe you'll be up there on that stage.
And
Okay.
keep us in the loop.
Yeah.
If you have some sort of speaking engagement that you get invited to, let us know.
Yeah. We would love to know. Yes, absolutely. I'm the same way though. I was always on the stage, so to speak. Even when I was 4 or 5 years old, I'd get up on this platform and sing and dance and all that stuff. It's like it was so much fun. It never bothered me at all. But for some people, it's really paralyzing, and I understand
I
that.
Yeah, I was very, very shy growing up, and I could not imagine speaking in front of a lot of people. And the first
Hmm.
time I did it, I found out that I really like it and I'm good at it.
Yeah, you are. You're good at it. You're very good at it. And that, so that being on that panel at the conference, the
Hmm.
festival that you went to was perfect for you. And
Yeah.
look at all your angels and everybody were right there for you.
Yep.
That's awesome. It's awesome. All
True.
right, so Charm Cruise. I don't know that I've seen you here before, but welcome. I'm glad you're here. We hope you come back. So she moved into a new job, and her boss is not very communicative. What's his opinion of you? Does he feel he made the right choice? Will I succeed? Well, we can't tell you what he's thinking, but we
Right.
can tell you what's going on in the situation with you. Let's put it that
Hmm.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, we can read your energy in the situation,
In
and
the situation.
hopefully
Yeah.
we'll get some clues. So let
Right.
me do.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is really interesting.
Yeah. Me too.
So it's almost like those cards Allie just pulled with the heart and the key are coming back for me. In
Hmm.
this, I'm seeing Charm's spirit and just feeling a lot of love and a lot. I'm seeing a lot of pinky red, and that to me, just like Terry Lee says, it says lots and lots of love. But
Hmm.
they're reminding me of a gift I have that I don't use very often anymore. This is a very unusual gift, so I'm going to have to describe it a little bit. But um, I have a gift that I call charm, and so I don't think it is unusual that they're reminding me of a gift called charm, and your name is Charm. Um,
Yeah.
the
That's great.
gift, I probably somebody knows the real name of this gift, but what it is I feel like it's charm, where that I can almost charm somebody into liking me or doing what I want. My son was born with this. He's got it in spades. When he was a little boy, he would come out of a store, we'd go to the store, and then he'd have piles in his arm of stuff. And I'd be like, "Where'd you get that? Did you steal that? We got to take it back." And then there'd be a line of cashiers going out the door, patting his head. "No, no, no, we gave it to him. We gave it to him." I mean, he could charm
My
in
son was like that too.
spades.
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
They're telling me you have charm too. It's not a coincidence that you've chosen this screen name, Charm Cruise. You have charm as well. And they are suggesting that you turn that charm on. And I don't mean to turn the charm on in a way, in a nefarious way to get you away or anything like that. But what it is that they're going to turn this charm on that makes you a little bit more magical, a little bit more attractive. Um, and that what that's going to do is it's going to overcome this differential with your boss.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's going to cause that person to have a better understanding of you and a better feeling about you.
Wow.
Um, at the same time, they're saying, don't worry so much about feelings, do your job, just stay there.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yep.
they're saying they're saying ask more questions.
Mm.
Oh,
Show initiative. Yeah.
oh my goodness. Because questions can annoy people too, but they're reminding me of the questions when I get a spiritual gift. There's 3 questions I have to ask every time I get a spiritual gift, or it sits in my rucksack for a while without getting used.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so don't just say, "Can you explain more?" and things like that. The 3 questions you can use are, what does uh, what does this do? What is the properties of the thing? What is this going to do for us? So you're going to see
Right.
more of
See
the
the big
future.
picture. Mm-hmm.
Uh, how can I use it?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, how will it help me to perform my job better? And then the last question is, can you demonstrate it? So that's,
Good.
I realize these are about spiritual gifts, but you can
You can
use
apply
the
them.
3 questions, yeah,
Yeah.
to to get more into your boss's head a little bit, because
There you go.
maybe they're not a great communicator, and
Yep.
so it may be easier then to see what they want of you, uh, without annoying them, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying, they're not telling me you have to ask all 3 questions, but that these questions are
Over
helpful.
time, maybe over time. Yeah. So I got some really good stuff too. I got here that he's going to be your knight. He's going to rescue you and really be good for you, but you've got to learn to ask the questions so that you can show him you've got the initiative, that you're
Mhm.
interested, that this is going to be something you really want to do. And you're starting out as a rock. Okay. So you're a rock, and a rock is just unpolished.
Mhm.
You're going to go through a tunnel, but the tunnel is your process with this job. Okay. And look what comes up, the crystal. So
Wow.
what will happen is the rock will turn into a crystal. So you're going to shine at the job. You're going to shine,
Mhm.
and you get the graduation cap, which means your intelligence and your recognition will, in leveling up, you're going to level up in that job. You've
Mhm.
just got to give it some time. You've got to realize that you need to ask the questions, like Terri said, show your initiative. I remember when I worked at a bank, I started out as a person that opened new accounts. And then I said, I really want to know how to do that job too. So they trained me on that job. And then I said, oh, I like that job too. And they trained me on that job. So I was cross trained, and
Mhm.
I became very, very valuable. Be careful
Mhm.
though, because you can be too valuable and they won't pay
Right.
you any more money. You want to level up. You want to go somewhere with this job. So
Mhm.
I
That's a,
like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Thank you so much, Charmaine. And beautiful, beautiful choice of name. I like that you
Mhm.
put charm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's and that brought something more to Terri that she had
Mhm.
forgotten about. So no mistakes. All right, Cynthia Pierce, a much needed message from Spirit. After Cynthia, I have Ginny, Margaret, and Brenda, and then we are very close to the end here. So um, thank you, everybody, for your questions today. And yes, it's very interesting that Kelly said, Terri, that your voice is very reassuring. You have a reassuring, and that's nice to
Mm.
know.
Thank you, Kelly.
All right, Cynthia. Hmm.
So, Cynthia, right away, they're taking me on a journey into another galaxy, into
Ooh.
what I kind of call the star nursery. They kind
Hmm.
of make this little cloudy bed out of stars. I mean, stars are massive things, but somehow they make a little bed. And I don't have time right now to go on this journey with you, but generally what they do is they place you in the star bed. They open your crown chakra and they usually pour a little star liquid into you. And then they close it up and something happens. So since that we don't have time to go on the full journey here, what I'd love you to do is I would like you to meditate on that, to find a quiet space, to imagine however you want to get there, to you're going to a different galaxy, you're going to this starry area that has this little cloudy bed. It looks like clouds. And they're going to put you in that bed and put something in you to heal you or to buoy you up. So go ahead and meditate on that. And I'm going to ask really quick what they want to heal. See if that they have a quick answer. What does she get? They're showing me that they're pouring something very strong into you, that it's almost like they're saying, they're giving you a back. I mean, and not in a bad way at all, not like you are wishy-washy, but they're giving you some sort of extra strength that you are going to need in the next few months. That will help you feel more confident when that you have to defend something. I feel like they're saying that you have a little bit of a battle ahead of you, and that this will give you the confidence to answer directly and for yourself, for your best interests. So some sort of strength is being put into you. And so please don't just say, oh, Terri said strength, and we'll go on. Go ahead and meditate on this to see, because there may be more information given to you.
Yeah, you are the one that needs to do some of this work. We can point you in a direction, but of course it must be done. So I got the same thing with willing release. You need to have a willing release of something. There's something that's holding you back. Look at the butterfly at the top, though. So, if you were out in the field with these dead dandelions, you just blow on, be released, right?
Right.
Because you are currently on an uncharted sea. And so that really resonated with me when Terri said, what was going on. So you can see that the boat seems to be okay, but the waves underneath it are a bit rocky because you've never been on this kind of a trip before. But look, there's also a light that's showing you the way. And it says here that things will be revealed and exposed to you if you allow them to be. But you got to realize that you're on the journey, and meditate or whatever for what you need, and then you will get the answers that you want. Things will come the way you want them to. So I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, have a good journey, Cynthia.
Yes, absolutely. Enjoy the journey, because the end that the journey is much more fun than the destination. Thanks, Valerie. All right, we got Jenny here. Happy birthday to you. So you're a septuagenarian. Wow. Good for you, Jenny. Gargoyle you have on there. Wow.
They are showing me the most amazing thing. They're showing me a flamenco dancer.
Ooh.
With, how their dress has like layers of ruffles that move, and And they're showing me this dress because each layer is a decade. Each layer is a decade.
Wow.
And they're saying, live each decade to full abandon, especially as you're getting older. Make
Mm.
every second count, but also they are kind of pulling me back a little bit, saying rest counts. Sometimes
Ah,
you have to actively rest.
uh-huh.
It's not a, oh, I'm not doing anything. No. You're resting is good for the body too. But they're
Mhm.
showing me this awesomely colored dress. Oh my gosh, so awesome. And I just see you living life to the fullest. You're
Mhm.
putting on another ruffle. Um, go for it because they're. The
Yeah.
other thing is I see people around this flamenco dancer clapping,
Uh-huh.
stomping their
Yeah.
feet, urging you on. So just think about that. You have the angelics and your spirit guides clapping, urging you on.
Mm.
They
Mhm.
got your back.
Wow. Well, I love that so much because I think we all, when we get older, we all think that time is short and what do we got to do and blah, blah. That's
Mm-hmm,
not it. It doesn't matter how old and age one is, it's how one's attitude is.
mm-hmm.
And you are an acorn, according to this. So,
Wow.
an acorn is prosperity, abundance, perseverance. You are a person that has power. Your age brings you the power and the wisdom of the ancients and the crone energy, of course, that you've
Mm-hmm,
had for a while probably. And it's not a negative energy. It's a wise woman energy. They're handing you roses. They want to hand you roses because it's your birthday and they love you so much. And they said, you've done such a great job and you are part of the divine. What you've done has touched so many lives. Look at all the dots and all the different colors. Your life has been colored by many changes. And this is a face down here at the bottom, and that's the crown chakra. And everything is just pouring out and down around you. So yes, I love the flamenco dancer because that's also an energy. It's an
mm-hmm.
energy when you see them, and the people around you are applauding the fact that you
Mm-hmm.
milestone in your life. And we all send you lots of love. Congratulations. Oh
Yeah.
my
Happy
God.
birthday, Jenny.
Very definitely. Happy birthday to you, my dear. All right. Okay, we have Margaret. Um,
What is in the near future for my new retirement life? Thank I'm going to go out on a limb right now, but I feel like, ooh, all the adventures, all the good adventures, that's what's happening. So what they first showed me was hiking. So like this whole mountainous hiking, and it isn't that they're saying you're going to go hiking. You don't necessarily have to go hiking. Um, what they're saying is now you have time for the good stuff. Now you have time for
mhm,
more adventures.
absolutely.
You get to develop. You get to develop in any way you want. You could develop around your house. You could develop yourself. You could develop your cooking skills. You get to create and develop. And
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be very interesting, and it's really up to you as to what you want to develop, because you have free will. So
Right.
you're not showing me anything other than that hiking scene that basically is saying to me adventure. You're going on a great adventure.
So I got this one. I got hang out with some birds of a feather.
Yeah.
You might have a small community of women or men or whatever that like to do things together, maybe travel, maybe play pinochle. I don't know. Whatever it
Mhm.
is that you want to do, like Terry says, there's no limit. There's no limit to you. But do keep active. It's very important to keep active. And that means, brain wise doesn't necessarily mean you have to walk, but that would be a really good exercise.
Mhm.
Now you have a higher view of what it is that you want to do with your life, or you will soon. And
Mhm.
look at this owl. The owl is a wisdom card, and the person is riding on the back of an owl. So that, when
Wow.
we get to our age that we retire, we have a lot of wisdom. And you maybe you want to volunteer with somebody, or maybe you want, I don't know, whatever it is that floats your boat. But they do admonish that in wintertime, you take a little bit of rest, get some solitude, and wait and retreat a bit. I don't know when you retire. You said soon to be. I don't know if that's wintertime or not. If it is, if that's when you start, or maybe that's what you want to do at first. Just rest, enjoy your private time, read, color, whatever it is you want to do, or knit.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is you're interested in, but those types of things will be available to you.
And I hear evaluate. Evaluate.
Evaluate.
Take
Yep.
that rest time and evaluate.
All right. So you want to go to Colorado, and you do. Oh, well, that's awesome. There you go, Margaret. There you go. There you go. The world is
Wow.
open to you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. That's awesome. All right, let me get that one. And we have Brenda Costa. For those of you who came in late, I'm sorry that we couldn't answer your questions today, but we're at an hour now.
Yeah.
So Brenda,
But
one
but remember, Allie does this every Sunday at this time,
Sunday.
and
Yep,
Jean will be back next time. She's a great reader. Great.
absolutely. Or you can come by on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
You can come by at 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. If you want to ask questions, we have several mediums working
Mhm.
together.
Yeah. I love the Thursday nights because you get an answer, but from four different
From a lot of
views.
different people. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also want to say one thing here, Allie. You are hot today. Hot.
Things are good. That feather must have been for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Brenda Costa.
All right, Brenda. So what I got first was scissors. You need to cut something out. I don't know what it is that you need to cut out, but you need to separate yourself. And maybe that means that you want some change. When you have your hair cut and turn blue, that's a big change, but you don't have to go that far. um, it's asking you also to remain grounded like a tree. But remember, a tree spreads itself out over, and it has strong trunk, and it stands straight, and it gives you energy. And it says here to take a risk or a reward. You get the apple. And, of course, we know the apple means temptation in the biblical sense, but it's also what's given to a teacher for helping their students along, which doesn't mean you have to be a teacher, but what it's saying is they're giving you an apple because you have that ability to be that kind of a teacher, and
Mhm.
doesn't have to be in a classroom.
Mhm. So on my stage, I asked my spirit guides to bring your spirit guides to the stage, and they came to the stage, and there's a lot of them. They almost form like a little wall, and they are green. They're kind of a
Ooh,
green, because often you see them like spirit guides white, or that they're a bluey
yeah.
green, and they're adopting this color to make me feel and think about something. And so they are reminding you to go out in nature, ground yourself a little bit. But the green also means growth. And I think what they're telling me is that you're in a growth cycle right now for spirituality, and that they are there supporting you. So new things are coming into your life that, and it's more about spiritual gifts are coming online for you. It's
Awesome.
definitely growth. And I think that if you can, it would be good to maybe sit outside and do a little meditation or guided
Grounding.
meditation,
Yeah.
some grounding, and definitely around greenness. Because, yeah, you have some growth coming your way that is going to be quite pleasant and feels
That's,
really hopeful, really like, oh my God, this is going to be good, magical.
uh-huh. Yep. Like that tree sprouting up, you know, you're going to just come up and spread your branches as you
Mhm.
go. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Terri. Thank you. It was wonderful to be with you here today.
Oh,
And you're always
thank,
such a pleasure to have. And good luck with the teeth.
thank
Um,
you.
welcome. And thanks to everybody. And those of you who stayed behind, thank you for being here with us today. We really appreciate you. We love you. We'll see you next week. Okay. Have a good one. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye, everybody.